In the middle of Nigeria, there's a village called Aroko. It's surrounded by thick forest and open grasslands. The people of Aroko, like many other villages, have a strong connection to their culture and history. They live in harmony with nature and respected their ancestors. One story has been passed down through generations. The legend of Asheye, a woman known for her prophetic abilities, who was considered strange by the villagers. Asheye was born on a stormy night. The sky split by lightning and the earth drenched by torrential rain. Her mother, Idayat, was a respected midwife known for her wisdom and gentle touch. But Asheye's birth was no ordinary one. As she drew her first breath, the storm ceased immediately, leaving a strange silence in its wake. The elders of Aroko took this as an omen. This child was destined for greatness, or perhaps great suffering, one elder said. From a young age, Asheye exhibited signs of extraordinary perception. She could predict the weather with accuracy, foretelling rain even long before they came true. Her vision extended beyond the ordinary. She spoke of events and tragedies that had yet to unfold. However, with the gift came a burden. The more her prophecies came true, the more isolated she became, as fear and superstition took hold of the villagers. As Asheye began to grow up, so did the intensity of her vision. By the time she reached her teenage years, she was haunted by dreams and voices that no one else could hear. The villagers, who once saw her as a blessing, now viewed her with suspicion and dread. Whispers of witchcraft began to circulate, and even her own family grew wary. One fateful day, Asheye predicted a devastating fire that would engulf the village. She pleaded with the elders on her knees to take precautions, but they dismissed her warning as the rambling of a mad girl. When the fire came, consuming homes and crops, the villagers turned on Asheye. They believed her to be the cause of their suffering, a vessel of dark force. Driven to the brim by the hostility and fear surrounding her, Asheye's mind began to fracture. She wandered round the village, staring into distance. The gift that has once set her apart had now become a curse, trapping her in the web of madness from which she could not escape. Though she succumbed to mental darkness, Asheye's prophecies did not cease. If anything, they became more vivid and profound. She spoke of events far beyond the village of Aroko, of war and famine, of strangers who would bring both hope and destruction. Yet those who pay attention found themselves protected from harms. One day, a neighboring village elder named Olamide visited Aroko. He had heard tales of the Mad Prophetess and sought her out, hoping to gain insight into a dire situation facing his people. When he found Asheye, she was entranced, her eyes glazed and her body trembling. She spoke of impending invasion, describing the attackers with vivid clarity. Olamide, recognizing the gravity of her words, returned to his village and prepared his people for the worst. When the invaders came, they were met with fierce resistance. They advanced, thwarted by the forsworn villagers. Olamide spread the story of Asheye's prophecy, and soon, people from far and wide began to seek her out, hoping to get wisdom from her fragmented mind. As words of Asheye's prophecy spread, so did her reputation as both a mad woman and a savior. People came to her with their troubles, seeking guidance and solace. Among them was a young girl named Eniola, whose family was being tormented by a powerful and corrupt chief. Eniola pleaded with Asheye to help them, to which the prophetess responded with a cryptic message. "Seek the river where the sun kissed the earth," Asheye whispered, her eyes distant and unfocused. "There you will find the strength to break free." Eniola, desperate with nothing to lose, followed Asheye's words. She journeyed to the river bank at dawn, when she discovered an ancient relic half buried in the sand, an idol said to possess the power to summon spirits. With these newfound powers, Eniola confronted the chief, invoking the spirit to reveal his misdeed to the villagers. The chief, exposed and disgraced, was overthrown, and Eniola's family was freed from his grip. Stories like Eniola became common as Asheye influence grew. Her prophecies, though often veiled in madness, provided hope and direction to those in need. Yet, for all the liberation she brought to others, Asheye remained a prisoner of her own mind, unable to break free from the chains of her affliction. Every year, the village of Aroko held a festival of ancestors, a time to honor those who had passed and seek their blessings. It was during this festival that Asheye's most profound prophecy would be revealed. As the villagers gathered around the sacred fire, Asheye emerged from the shadows, her presence commanding silence. She began to speak of a great change that was coming. She spoke of a child who would be born under the crescent moon, destined to unite the fractured tribes and bring peace to the land. This child, she said, would be the key to breaking the cycle of suffering and madness that plagued the village. The villagers listened in rapt attentions, with fear replaced by hope. For the first time in years, Asheye's word brought a sense of unity and purpose to Aroko. Yet, as the festival drew to a close, she retrieved once more into her solitude, her mind unable to escape the torments that had become her constant companion. Months had passed, and the villagers await the birth of the prophesied child. When a baby girl was born under the crescent moon, the people of Aroko rejoiced. They named her Imole, meaning light, believing she was the one foretold by Asheye. As Imole grew, it became clear that she possessed a gentle wisdom beyond her age, and the villagers nurtured her with great care. Despite their hope, the peace and unity that Asheye had predicted remained exclusive. Conflict and rivalry persisted, and the village struggled to overcome its deep-seated divisions. Asheye, now an old woman, continued to wander round the village, her prophecy becoming fewer and more fragmented. The burden of her gifts weighed heavily upon her, and the villagers began to lose faith in the prophecy's fulfillment. In the twin light of her life, Asheye experienced one final powerful vision. She saw herself standing on the edge of the village, watching as a great storm approached. In the storm's eyes, she saw Imole grow into a young woman standing tall and unafraid. Asheye realized that the prophecy was not about a single moment of change, but a journey of growth and sacrifice. With this realization, Asheye summoned the last of her strength and sought out Imole. She found her by the river, where the young woman often came to reflect. Taking Imole's hands in hers, Asheye spoke with a clarity that had covered her for so long. "You are the one," she said, her voice steady. "But your path is not easy. You must lead with compassion and courage. And in doing so, you will unite the tribes and bring peace." Imole, her eyes filled with determination, nodded. I will do my best, Asheye. Your wisdom will guide me. As Asheye released Imole's hands, she felt a sense of peace wash over her. For the first time in her life, the voices in her head were silent, and she knew that her journey was complete. That night, as a storm rolled in, Asheye passed away quickly in her sleep, her spirits finally free from the chains of madness. In the years that followed, Imole grew into a wise and compassionate leader. She worked tirelessly to unite the tribes, fostering understanding and cooperation among the people. Under her guidance, the village of Aroko flourished, becoming a beacon of hope and prosperity. The villagers never forgot the mad woman who had prophesied their salvation. They built a shrine in Asheye's honor, where they came to seek guidance and pay their respects. Her legacy lived on, not only through the prophecies but also through the lives she has touched and the liberation she brought to those in need. Asheye's story was not just about a mad woman with the gift of prophecy. It was about the human journey, the struggles and triumph that define us all. It was a reminder that within each of us lies the potential for greatness, and that even in the depths of madness, there is a light that can guide us towards liberation. And so, the tale of Asheye, the mad woman of Aroko, lived on, a beacon of hope and inspiration for all who heard it. It was a story that would never be forgotten, a legacy that would endure from generations to come. Thank you for watching. See you on my next video. Bye.